It's getting stuck to my hair. Okay, just... Hey YouTube! This is going to be a very interesting video. This is actually products, sorry, itchy nose. This is actually products from Korea. Yeah, they are Korean beauty products, 3 in particular. And something interesting, all 3 of the products that I will be using are actually things that I will have to rip off of my face. If you're curious on beauty products that get ripped from your face, please go ahead and stay tuned. The Etude House Tint My Brows Gel, and it's a small little container. It looks like, it just looks like any other brow product. Look at that, it looks like a mascara. And I got it in gray brown. What I didn't like was that they didn't have a variety of colors. They had blonde, brown, and gray brown. So I'm more on the darker side. I tend to like my color of brow to be darker. So apparently you're just supposed to paint this on. It's recommended that you leave this on overnight, but I'm not going to try this out overnight. I have to go to work, and I just don't know how to cover up a mistake if there is one. I'm hoping that this will actually like really stain and like fill in my gaps. So I mean, right now my brows are pretty decent. It's not like I don't have any brows, but I always like to fill them out more, make them a little fuller, and just and also I want it to stay all day. I tend to like rub my eyes a lot and just like, you know, nervous habit is like I tend to scratch right here. But I am going to try this. Okay, this is, I've never had my brows like this before, but as you can see, like I'm paranoid. This one looks a little thinner than this one. So I'm going to try to just clean up and get a nice layer of this going. Try to fill out any gaps so it all stains evenly, because that's the reason why I'm trying this in the first place. Okay. This will take a while. I mean, the brush is small. Take a look at that. And a lot of it, the product is thick, so it's kind of hard to make sure that everything is covered and that I'm not ripping out any hair when this is over. Okay. So I'm gonna clean this up with some Q-tips, kind of get like the little tiny spots that I don't want on my eyebrows, and yeah. So I'm gonna have this on for at least the first hour, and then for the second hour I will start the what will I start? I will start the pore nose thing, and I will get back to you. So the second product that I am going to put on is the Blackhead Removal Activated Carbon Mask Set. It's the only thing that's actually in English for this thing. So this is a 3-step process, and I'm just gonna pretty much pinpoint it just around this part. So yeah, don't freak out. So I'm gonna give you a zoom in warning to show you currently how my nose is. So honestly right now I don't think, whoa, it's gonna zoom in. Honestly, right now my nose is really not that bad. It is kind of disgusting some creasing here. Really disgusting. Just close up anyway, but I don't really experience a lot of blackheads like I used to. So I'm gonna zoom out. But it's always nice to clean. Usually I use these things as usually, I'm thinking it's more like a staining removal kind of thing. So it kind of removes like the little tiny little black specks on my nose. That's what I have. The little tiny pores that just will never work. I really don't think I'll have like a forest, like a Biore strip. Honestly, when I do the Biore strip, I don't really have that much success. But this is a cute package. It has the cute little animation. So this is supposed to like signify your pore, and you can see like, yeah, there's nasty stuff. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. Still not in English, but thank goodness there's the 1, 2, 3 numbers on there. So apparently, so even though I have makeup on, and of course I have this, I do have just moisturizer on, and so it just says clean face, but considering I didn't know how long this was going to take, so I did put moisturizer on, so hopefully that won't affect it too much. So apparently step 1, you're supposed to put this on, and it's supposed to actually like loosen up the oils and the nasty stuff that like sticks out of your nose. So I'm gonna put that on. So I'm gonna probably do that on the other side of this. So it's supposed to be number 1. You're supposed to put that on, and then it's a black. Then we're going to put a black, the actual black mask on. It's very similar to the Boscia the Boscia black mask, or the Kohl rubber mask thing that you have on. And this is supposed to tack on to the nasty stuff that you loosened up from the first step. Adhere to this, and then when you rip it off, it's supposed to create this, you know, the nasty pore forest. And then after that, hopefully your pores are empty and still active. You're supposed to do the third set, or the third step, and it's supposed to kind of like lock it in or close your pores or something like that. Now I am on my third product, and this is also from Korea. This is the Curious brand. This is not the one that we usually see online, but I got this from HauteLook. I ended up getting 2 colors. This one is going to give, this one is called, what is it called? A little fairy, I think it says. A little fairy, and this will give you a nice red stain. And this one is Shy Pink, and of course, just from the name, it will give a very pink color. I've used this briefly already, and it's worked, and I'll tell you the pros and cons that I've experienced with it, but let's start. I'm going to apply the red one because it looks better on camera, and it is pretty much just like everything else. It's a rubbery, plasticky feel, and it is recommended that you apply this. Well, I mean, it's like lip gloss. It has a little applicator like this, but it's not so easy to apply because it's pretty thick. But I do recommend to apply it with a lip brush. And I'm going to have this on my lips for about maybe a half hour, and we'll see the results. So, excuse me, it is drying right now, and I think I put some subtitles on here that I'm doing a pretty good job. Hopefully I can understand what I'm saying, so I can write little captions. But it's just to have your mouth it's just to have your mouth separated so it doesn't stick. You won't get an even application if you keep it together like this. So I'm gonna try to function and breathe through my mouth, breathe through my mouth, to get this dry. So I'll catch you later when this all dries and we will do the we will do the Rithoth stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna start the fun part. So technically all three of these things have been combined set of drying for about 2 hours. So this has been drying for about 2 hours. This for about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and this is like 45 minutes. So so everything is dry, and I'm gonna do the lips, honestly, only because so I can continue talking. So I've done this before, and this stuff does not really taste very good. So all you have to do is grab it and you can and just rip it off. And as you can see, the issue that we have with this is that it gives you a red inner lip, like you've been sucking on popsicles. So this is great as a nice, so it's stained. It's stained good into a nice like berry pink, but this start part would like give you away. So ooh, yeah, this don't lick it, it tastes nasty, but if you just treat it like that, it looks good. Now we are going to rip this thing off, because we've all ripped these things off before. So I'm going to start out with the ends because some of it's already coming off. The first step made the canvas a little oily, so it makes it easier to rip off. So really easily. The trick is to put it on a nice thick layer. They give you the, where is it? I assume they want you to use a lot of product because look how big this bottle is. So it's good. I think it works if you use just a little bit more than you're probably comfortable with, but it really, so I'm looking at it and it turns into this like latex thing. It didn't grab much, but my nose feels cleaner. So I did this, and oh my god. Oh my god, I hope this doesn't like rip off my hair. So this is the one I have not tried. So we'll zoom in a little bit. Oh my god, I hope I don't rip off my eyebrows. Beauty community, pray for me, cause so this has been drying for 2 hours. So I'm just gonna try to grab a piece. Supposedly it's not supposed to rip off your hair, what little there is. Okay, so I'm gonna start ripping. See, a little came off. I'm gonna start at this end. Kind of scratch it a little bit so it comes up. Oh my god. It's getting stuck to my hair. Okay, just don't rip off the hair. So I'm gonna try to pull up. I'm pulling off slowly, okay? Pulling off slowly, but it's not coming off in one piece because the hair. It has to be the hair. So I can see that there's still a little bit. Okay. Well, that's it. So this is just 2 hours, and it's red. It's a bit red because I was, of course, scratching it, but I'm sure that will fade. But it created, this is what I was really focusing on, getting this tinted, so it'll create a nice nice shape to start with. I'm sure I'm going to have to make more sharp angles with some actual eyebrow products. But now let's see how this one goes. It didn't rip off anything, so now I'm a little bit more comfortable of kind of being a little bit more aggressive. It's pretty much just ripping off. I'm trying to feel for the plastic. But there you go. I can see some staining right here. Like I said, I was really trying to focus on this part to build up, like, to look like there's hair, but so I'm gonna zoom out. So that was pretty painless. And there you go. So let me do my face. And okay, so I actually just briefly finished my face. I just put on some foundation and bit bronzer, and as you can see, my eyebrows are actually awesome. I didn't really have to do much with them. So I want to tell you a little bit of what I observed about these 3 products. It's just a hype. I didn't really see that much of a difference. I did use this briefly with my husband. I figured, you know, the 3-step concept made sense to me, made sense to him, so we tried it, but pretty much it's just like any other mask. I think step 1 and 3, which I did step 3 off camera, didn't really, I don't know, it didn't really do much, so So I would stick with what works for you. The Biore strip, the DIY gelatin nose strip. As for the Curious Natural Lip Tattoo, that was this thing. So if you don't mind having all these little red things, it actually works. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. You do get, my recommendation is to do most of the color, of course, around the lip, so all the color's concentrated there, because this part will just grab onto it and it'll make it look like you ate a popsicle. But it gives a really nice, see, look at that. It kind of, so if you cover up the inside mouth part, it does last a pretty long time. It will naturally fade, so maybe, I don't know, it could depend on how long you have it on for. It does give a really nice natural color. It's not too drying. Of course, my lips were pretty normal. They were not chapped. I, occasionally scrub my lips and things like that. So as long as your lips are healthy, this stuff would adhere to a nice, even canvas. I recommend picking these up. Whatever brand that they have, they pretty much do the exact same thing. But you can't go wrong with a nice red or pink. So I love this. I do recommend this. Just stay clear of my recommendations and the downfalls of it, but I love it. Love it. And honestly, looking at it, I think I may need to repurchase some more. So I probably will do that. Curious about is my thoughts on the Tint My Brow Gel. Of course, this can only really work for I think this really works well for people who actually have hair for the stuff to adhere by. I didn't have to use too much, I'm noticing now, of like an actual eyebrow or a pencil or anything like that. Just be very mindful of what you're actually painting or the shape you're painting, maybe I'll try like stencils. Like at first you see me, I use this, but it just didn't, it was nice to start out with, but comment below on if you guys use this thing with stencils, like the Anastasia stencils or anything that you pick up. Tell me if it worked for you. But I'm really impressed. I actually think I might try this and leave this on all day. I don't think I'll probably use this overnight because I'm paranoid. I don't want to have my eyebrows show up on my pillow. That's like nasty. But this, I really like this. This is even without putting any highlighter on. And I usually have problems like filling out this part. But yeah, I really love this stuff. But the amount I use, I think I used a lot. And I actually think that this product, constant opening and closing, will dry out the product a lot more. But I think I may have, so this is the darkest color that they had, the gray brown, and I'm really impressed. It pretty much leaves like a nice taupey, like non-reddish brown, which I don't really like on my brows. So I recommend this, like highly recommend this. This thing is awesome to play with, and it did not, to let you know, it did not rip out my hair. Didn't rip out my hair. So so this one, this particular product, the Tint My Eyes gel, can be found on Etude House, the Korean beauty supply store. If you're first to sign up, you can get a 10% discount on it. But yeah, this, and this can all be found on Amazon. This was about, you should be paying less than $20 for this. This was about can be $8 to $12. And this, depending on what brand you get, you can get like all of the colors for 20 bucks. I would pretty much just want to pick up the individual colors, which if you pick up the individual colors can actually cost you more, about what, $5 to $10, depending on what seller you use. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed my Korean products, products that you rip off your face, or whatever you want to call it. I really enjoyed doing this, and I actually think I might add some of these. I definitely will add these two to my beauty regimen. And comment below on what you guys think of it. And please subscribe and like this video. Please push whatever my picture is and whatever. But if you do comment and subscribe, I will definitely go look into your channel. I mean, it's only fair, right? If you guys subscribe, I'll subscribe to you guys. Let's try to build up this YouTube community, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.